What?
Hit it.
Oh.
It's radio after dark.
Yeah. Oh,
Ramble Radio after dark.
With an aim trooper, baby. We are aiming
Aim trooper.
to please your after dark needs here on Ramble Radio AD.
Ooh, after dark.
Ramble Radio AD. I would be Jerry Rocha. Right there is. Right there.
Here.
That would be.
And there.
Who's that?
There's Jerry.
I'd be Jerry Rocha. Who's
me.
that right there? Who's that right there?
Let's look at this. Look at that. And
Yeah,
there's
introduce
that
yourself
guy.
to all the people.
Let's call
Introduce
him Lou.
yourself. Lou,
Lou
and then
the aim.
and holding
And I'm
Lou.
Eddie Pence.
There it is. Look at this. And we're the Ramble Radio. Radio. Yeah. Oh.
Ramble Radio.
Ramble Radio. 391, buddy. 391.
It's
When-
inevitable. Much like my Infinity Stones hat,
Yep.
it's inevitable.
Yep.
Ramble Radio 400 is inevitable.
And here we are. It's coming. And you think it's just you and I.
Yeah?
Well, it is. I don't know if you heard, but Trump has just said on Newsmax that Ronna McDaniel knows it's time to step down as head of the RN. So I don't know how Cody.
So another person that has dedicated her life, their life to that piece of shit, is now
done.
again
being
is now
called
thrown
out
under the
and thrown under the bus by that piece of shit.
wow. And the next person in line won't realize what happened to the person in front of them.
all right. It's okay. It's all right.
It's not gonna happen to me. Ain't gonna happen to me.
Good. I'll be good.
Ain't gonna happen to
Look,
me.
I'm sure they're all going, look at how well Giuliani's doing. I'm sure they're like, look.
Ronna McDaniel, the woman who changed her name because Trump didn't want her name around him. Romney.
Yep. Is she related?
Yes.
She is related to Mitt.
It's his daughter.
That's Mitt's daughter?
I believe it's his daughter.
Wow, I didn't know that. Fuck me. Jeez.
I mean, well, let me clarify.
No,
right?
we have to know the truth because here at the Ramble, Eddie, at Ramble Radio, we're all about the truth.
Ronna
We're all
Romney
about-
McDaniel.
That sounds like a wrestler.
Ronna Romney.
My God, it's Ronna Romney McDaniel.
By God. By God.
Can I tell you my wish
Oh, no,
list?
she's not. Scott Romney's her dad, and Ronna is her.
Oh, but is Scott
part of the
Romney related?
She's part of the Romney family.
She is. She's a Romney,
Yes.
like RFK Jr.'s a Kennedy. That's how that is.
But
Now,
she couldn't be called that name around dipshit because dipshit is little baby feelings.
now Eddie, come on, he's
He's
tough.
a tough guy.
He's tough. He's a tough man's man out there. He's a New York badass. Is what he is. Whew.
I wish the picture
Ouchies.
was real.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, dude.
Wouldn't it be nice? So here we are, Ramble Radio 391, man. And that's how many verns is that?
I do 391 burns if we had the time.
If we had the time.
Well, we don't.
If we had the
We
time.
don't have that time.
390. Imagine.
Maybe
Ooh.
some homework for the Ramblers. Sit quietly and
Sure.
do 391
Sure.
burns after you listen to this
Is
show.
Vern happy he got out before the Me Too era started?
You think Vern's a Me Tooer?
I can't imagine.
I
That's why I
can't
think
imagine.
That's why I'm
can't
laughing
imagine.
because I can't imagine Vern's a Me Too. You're not going to tell anybody. I can't
sit on my lap.
imagine. I can't imagine. Dick Enberg?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. How about that?
Is he a no question Me Tooer? Dick Enberg?
How about
No question. Oh, if I would put money that Summerall made an inappropriate comment or two while blitzed in the booth.
He had to be blitzed.
Yes,
Right.
Blitz Summerall. I don't think he did anything, but boy, did he say some things to Madden, right?
But hey, you know what? It was a different time.
what?
It was a different time. It's a different time, guys.
I think he pointed out some ladies in the crowd to Madden
It was
during
a
a
different
broadcast.
It was a different time, fellas.
So I am biopsy done.
Okay.
Biopsy in the books, dude.
What's the verdicts?
Don't know. Yeah, I'm going to find out next Monday, the 12th, is when I meet with the oncologists. But
all right.
it was Eddie.
Yeah.
So here, let me tell you the good news. The good news is there's out of the 3 that are on my liver that they found in the last scans.
Sure.
I asked the guy doing the MRI. I'm like, "Sir, do you get the biggest one or you get the closest one? How does this work?"
Right.
And he said, "I have to get the biggest one," which was good news because he said the other 2 I can't even see because they were using CAT scans and ultrasound, and because they're too small to show up on those.
Oh,
which
wow.
I'll take that.
That's good news, right? That's good news.
Yeah. The bad news is to get to the largest one to
You don't want to be like, we couldn't even get it all in frame. Like, you don't want to hear that.
You don't want that. We all got it.
You don't want
easy.
that.
We could just get a little chunk off the side here. Yeah. He's the one that had the biopsy, Eddie.
Yeah.
I had to be wide awake for this.
Woo!
About a half-hour process. I'm wide awake. Foot-long needle.
Ooh.
Foot longer. They had to put a foot longer in there.
And you normally like taking a foot.
Oh, I'll take
normally.
it. Normally
you like taking a foot.
Usually it's there, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Or down there. But this was they had to curve it too. It was like a bendy, like it was in and twist to get. Whew.
No pain management medication.
They numbed the area, and then they made me a little loopy on meds, but I still had to control my breathing and stuff. So I'm lying there, and the thing goes in, and you feel it. I was like, oh, okay, it's a bit of a sting, but then it goes in, and then when he was done, it was like I just saw him. He goes, "All right, man, we're extra," and I look, and I just see him take. They just kept coming. It was like a magic trick. It just like pulling the fucking shit out of that. It just kept coming. I was like, "Oh God!" He's like, "Yeah." It was
I did that.
long.
I had that thing. I was in college. I had jaw surgery, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And so I wake up. I come up they bring me out of recovery and they put me in the room. And while you're in surgery, they have that tube up your nose that goes down into your stomach in case to pull anything out of your stomach or whatever like that. Right. Normally, that's removed while you're in recovery.
But you don't even realize it's being removed.
They waited till I was awake in my room and like, oh, we forgot to take that tube out. And I'm like, okay. And then they pull it, and I literally, like a fucking 2.5 feet long, comes out of my nose.
It's to those who don't know.
And it's got stomach acid on it.
Yeah,
so
it burns.
It's like you're like, oh shit balls.
It is quite the sensation, isn't it?
It is interesting. Like, and then when I saw that in the first Iron Man movie, when Robert Downey Jr.'s in the cave and he wakes up and he's like, "What's this?"
Oh, you got PTSD out of that, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm like, oh fuck, I know exactly how that
I've
feels.
been there. God, I've been there. Oh fuck.
It's interesting to see things come out of your body that are longer than a booger. But you don't flinch at a booger. You don't flinch at a booger.
That's our title. You don't flinch at a booger. That's it's Ramble Radio 391. You don't flinch.
I mean, you're a picking connoisseur, you know.
You know me. You've heard my picking story.
I've heard your story, so yeah.
I get upset if it's just some tiny ass fucking thing I pick out of there.
Right. You're like,
I'm like, oh,
I should have waited.
I wanted
too early.
Yes,
too early.
I wanted more. I wanted more. I wanted
Let that booger cook.
Yeah.
Let that booger cook.
Motherfucker build and build. You want to bring out just that fucking monster. That's what you want to bring out. Just,
you want the one where at the end you go like, oh. Like you want to,
that's the most satisfying pick
dude.
There is. That's the most satisfying nose pick there is the one you're like,
I'm getting over this like little head chest cold thing.
Yeah.
And the other night I went in, I didn't pick, but I was like, I'm having a little, I feel something. And so I just get the tissue and I blow and I feel something. It almost feels like it came from behind my eye. And it went boom into the thing, and I was like, "Oh my god!
Oh god!
Best night's sleep I've had, and I don't know."
Oh, I can imagine. I could imagine.
You just feel it all feels empty.
Oh, that is the best thing right before bed to blow that shit out.
And you're like, "Oh, man,
so
better than any orgasm I've ever had in my life."
I'll trade it.
Give me that.
Yes.
If there was a prostitute that knew how to pick boogers,
pick boogers, new title. If there was a prostitute that knew Eddie Pence rocking. If there was a prostitute who knew how to pick booger, there it is. How loaded would she be?
Dude, is that where you would go? Before the blowjob?
Yes.
Of course.
Are you
that's
kidding?
Not cheating. That's not cheating if a hooker picks your nose. That's not cheating.
No, that's not cheating.
Is that the
even
title?
if you're?
It's not cheating if a hooker picks your nose.
There it is. It's not. Hold on, we got to give me a second to catch up. It's not cheating because you can even jerk off during that, and it's fine. You know,
why would you want to mute the sensation of that coming out of your nose with a lesser sensation of an orgasm?
Jerking off, right? I'm just saying it's so not cheating. You could whack it in the middle of it, and that's
absolutely.
And some broad shouldn't have a problem with it,
right?
All right, that no broad needs to be running their mouth about that.
I'll
tell you right now.
Yeah, specializes in picking
knows the booger brothel.
You need a booger brothel.
A booger brothel. And I think, okay, but now, as good as that feels, is that the hardest job for the pro? Would they be like, oh, will somebody just pee on me? Just sitting there picking somebody's nose?
Shit on my chest,
just getting
these
bloody boogers and fucking scabs. Like, oh, God, someone just fucking shit on me right now.
Can you just please come on my face? Can you just please come on my face?
Come on my face and take a dump on my tits. I'm done with this. That should be the title, but probably we'll get shadow banned, bro. But come on my face,
dude. No one's looking at my post. I must be shadow banned.
Shadow banned. Come on my face and shit on my tits. Let's get out of here.
Greatest Ramble Radio we've ever had.
I think it's the greatest podcast the world has ever heard. Episode alone, right here, right.
Has there ever been a podcast about how good it feels to pick a booger out?
No. And how great of a, how elevated is the Harry Potter franchise? If, like, during a climactic moment, let's say Dumbledore saves the day, and he comes walking out after he kills the enemy and goes, "Come on my face and shit on my tits. Let's get out of here."
Let's get out of here. And he hops on a broom and goes.
Yes. Come on my face and shit on my tits. Let's get out of here. All right. I don't know why he's more cockney, but I like that better anyway. Come on my face and shit on my tits. Oh, God. How I mean, huh? Maybe? Huh? I don't know.
Huh? Absolutely.
But so there's your medical update that ended up becoming come on my face and shit on my tits. Let's get out of here.
I can't wait till we get sponsors for this show.
Will Gomer Pyle say, well, that's kind of, didn't that, well, come on my face and shit on my tits. Andy, Sergeant. Oh, man. You know, who is his boss? Was it Sergeant or General in the solo show?
I think Sergeant, right? Because he wouldn't have been taking our orders from a general, not Private Pyle.
The Sergeant in Pyle.
Yeah.
That guy, underrated Stall of Famer.
Oh, dude.
I mean, right? Let's think.
Well, if you want to go back into the same world, I think you can go Aunt May from Andy Griffith.
Oh, Aunt May blew that motherfucker.
Because you know she ate nothing but carbohydrates. She loaded up. She was straight potatoes. That's all that woman ate was straight potatoes and biscuits.
Just carb shits every day.
Just
no
veggies. Carb shit.
Just dry carb shits. Oh my. Do we have a shit off between her and the general? Let me find that guy. Between her and Aunt May. Oh God. I mean, couldn't it be? Don't you think that'd be a great one? Like, how hard would that be to call? Ooh, you couldn't handicap that, could you?
No, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't bet on that.
No. Gunnery Sergeant Vince Carter. Frank Sutton was the actor. Pyle. No, I mean, my God, there it is. Like, oh, that's okay. Died of a sudden heart attack. He was 50. He made it to 50.
He's probably trying to push out one of the massive Borgs.
One of the massive Borgs he was known for.
Only 50?
Only 50. He looks 80 in Gomer Pyle. He looks 80 in that.
Which is crazy because I'm going to be 50 in 4 months.
You look better. You're not going to shit. You're not going to die trying to shit like he did. I'm telling you. By the way, speaking of the military, or as the cultured folk would say, military, Eddie.
Military. Sure.
I went to Frank and Son the other day.
Oh, dude. How was that? Ooh.
Right there.
Is that a physical copy?
Let's get physical. Physical. Let's get into physical. Let me hear your body talk. Your body talk. Look at that motherfucker. Oh, man. You got to play this, dude. I'm telling you.
I know.
You got to play this.
Can't wait.
And then some other news. You know what? We're going to tease this. We'll tease this for the Ramble.
Okay.
But, I saw Highlander for the first time ever the other night.
Which is shocking to me. You went through the 80s without seeing Highlander.
I saw part of it. You know, I just remembered one thing, and it was when the wife was a super old lady and he was still super young.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, wow, that's like a really interesting and thing, right? Like what a heartbreaking scene. And I just remember, of course, the incredible Queen song, the Who Wants to Live Forever. That was fucking great. Yeah. I didn't remember anything else, and then I saw it and I was like, it's probably the best pile of shit I've ever seen in my life. Like if there's such a thing as a really good piece of shit, it's Highlander. And
it's one of those movies. Yeah, we won't talk about it. We can talk about it.
But go ahead. So finish your thought.
No, it's just one of those movies as a child you saw in the 80s where you're like, this is fucking badass. This is
awesome.
It's up there with Cobra and Commando. It's those types of films where you're like, this is just fucking badass.
You see it again, you're like.
And then you see it again 30 years later. You're like, oh. What? And
then what's really sad is apparently that was the best showing because apparently 2 and 3 are just unwatchable bad.
Yeah, you don't want to watch it.
And I've never Highlander. Yeah, no. So we'll talk all about this. But I scored the G.I. Joe game, which you got to play, and then I have the minor TV update. Eddie is finally starting to watch Breaking Bad.
I am. We're in episode. Just give me a start. Episode 2 of season 2.
Are you liking it more? Has it grown on you a little bit? Are you seeing more of the talked about greatness? Because I thought personally it took me a while to get into, but once I was into it, I was like, oh God.
I'm the first few episodes I was kind of like, eh.
Right.
And then now I'm watching it. I'm enjoying what I'm watching.
Yeah.
But I'm not at the end of any episode going, oh fuck, I got to see the next one.
Okay. Right. Okay. That's coming.
I have not hit that yet.
And I haven't either. Now, are they still dealing with Tuco?
The last one I watched was the end of the beginning of the first episode of season 1 where Tuco basically kidnaps them. He's in the backseat of the car with a gun. Okay. And they drive off. But even then, I'm kind of like, okay.
Right.
I don't, if I never see the next episode, I don't think I'll care.
Right.
I'll watch it, but I'm not hooked yet.
If that makes sense. Yes. So I told you this. And I remember now. I started watching it because everyone's like, "You've got to see this show." I was like, "Okay." And I was very much like you. And then I believe I was doing Garrett's Club in Vegas.
Yeah.
And it was after, and it was just like maybe once a week before then I'd watch an episode or two. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, you can tell the acting's really good, and
that's great. It's well done. It's a well done show. I'm
very
enjoying
well
it.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
But personally, for me, once the Tuco thing gets resolved, I was like, then I didn't even realize I was in Vegas and like I binged like an entire season in one day. You know what I mean? I was just like, oh God. And then
I'm waiting for that moment because I'm not there yet.
Yeah. For me, it happened after where you're at. So it hadn't happened for me either, if that makes sense.
But the thing is, like, I don't think had I started watching the show when it first aired on TV, I wouldn't have gotten past season 1.
You wouldn't, right? I don't know. Yeah,
I would have checked out.
it would have been one of those things where someone would have had to have said, "Have you caught up?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah,
and
it would have to be that.
And they'd be like, "No, dude, you got to start watching again." Okay, and
Yeah.
then, but
I would have gotten through season 1
because I'm this is like, again, once you get to the end seasons, you get into the Ryan Johnson directed episodes, and you get into the like, holy shit, this is like the greatest hour I've ever seen on a television.
Well, I can't wait for that because I love Ryan Johnson, so I can't wait for that shit.
Once you get to his shit, it starts, you're like, God almighty. But I'm telling you, I'm going to have to, real quick TV talk here. I think that my favorite TV shows I've ever experienced, right? And I'm not putting them in any order, but it's Breaking Bad, Sopranos, Better Call Saul, Twin Peaks, right?
Okay.
Someone just came into the Rumble. Someone just came. Now, right now, Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, Sopranos, and Twin Peaks they're all just in the ring waiting to make the next move. And now, I didn't know this would happen, but the audience started going 5 foot, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's True Detective. And I'm like, oh, God. I mean, and this is why I'm so surprised I'm doing this. There's an entire season I haven't even seen. If True Detective, man, I saw the first season, and I didn't know there was going to be another one. And
that's
I thought
McConaughey
and Woody Harrelson.
Harrelson.
And I thought this is the greatest miniseries I've ever seen in my life. Like, that's what I thought of the first True Detective. I didn't see the second season.
That's
and then
Vince
I saw
Vaughn?
Vince Vaughn and Rachel. I forgot who. I think and then the third season is what's his face? It's the guy who's
McGregor, right?
No, the guy who was Frost and Blade, the fucking villain in the first Blade, and Mahershala Ali. Steven Dorff. Is it Steven Dorff, I think?
Yeah, Steven Dorff.
So it's kind of funny how in this one, the two main characters are original movie Frost and reboot Blade, right? Like, but and that was fucking excellent. So the third season is like, man, and then now this fourth season with Jodie Foster. Oh, it is, and I forget the name of the woman. She's like an ex-fighter. She's fucking incredible. It is. God damn. We're Andre and I are only 3 episodes in. I think it's up to 4 right now. And it is just like motherfucker. Because and I haven't seen the second one yet, but seasons 1 and 3 dip their toes in the supernatural.
Well, it's like X-Files writers, right?
No, that's Breaking Bad. That's Breaking Bad. I don't know where this guy came from, the main guy here, but this is like,
I thought they had some sort of background in supernatural shows.
Maybe the guy did, the Nick Pezza. Let me see. Let me look that up.
I thought the True Detective people had some sort of supernatural writing background.
I mean,
or paranormal writing.
He's definitely inspired by the Cthulhu mythology and stuff, right? And he wrote a TV show called The Killing, which I'd never seen. That's all he did. And then it was True Detective. And dude, it is like, it's all like, it just dips its toes in some supernatural shit in seasons, to the point where if you're not into that stuff, you're not going to notice. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not even into it, you're not going to. But there's one scene in particular in the first season of True Detective where I'm like, oh, God, that's Cthulhu. Like, holy shit, that's some Cthulhu shit right there. And then, but season 4, I mean, it's the fucking Shining. I mean, it's just like, God damn. They're just like, yeah, fuck it. It's supernatural. They're just going all in. And it is, none of them are connected. So you don't have to. But season 2, I got to watch because I've heard it's criminally underrated. But man, when you're done with Breaking Bad, I highly recommend you check out season 1 of True Detective.
Okay.
Because it is just some good.
Well, I got to watch Better Call Saul after Breaking Bad.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Well, you can alternate. Better Call Saul. Now, I didn't believe Cody, but Cody had told me if Better Call Saul sticks a landing, it's better than Breaking Bad. And I think I have to agree. There are some people introduced that you're just like, oh my, just characters. You're just like, holy shit. But yeah, I'm excited. I think once the Tuco stuff gets resolved, I think for me, because I got confused and I thought all the Tuco shit happened in season 1, but it's, so like once all that, then I started really like, okay, I remember just like, didn't even realize I was binging it. You know what I mean? I was that absorbed by what was happening. I was like, fuck, I didn't even notice. And yeah, it's good shit, man. It's good shit.
All right.
But,
all right.
Just stick with it. Stick with it.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
But now the bad news is.
Fuck, okay. I wish we didn't have to stick with this. Skeletor. We were just talking about some, I guess, binge-worthy television. Has there ever been a series on TV that you found binge-worthy?
Hey, he's trying to suck a wart off my cock. Oh yeah. Oh, well, he got more than a wart in his mouth. Cinesnob Cody. Jesus Christ.
Let's get him on Rotten Tomatoes.
We got to get right those wrongs. And,
alt-right those wrongs.
Alt-right those wrongs, if we could.
Oh, baby, that was good to the last drop.
Why are they bragging about it? Like,
I
I
don't
just
know.
don't. Like, it's not anything to be proud of.
Personally, I don't think that was the best tasting jizz I've ever jizzed.
Okay. 5 days a week. Patreon.com, The Ralph Report. Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, Ramble Proper.
Amen's mother's got a giant pussy. All right, let me find that wart again, big fella.
Oh, I don't know if I'm too soon. Okay. You can find me in all the same Ramble places you can find. I think he tried to answer your question, for the record.
He might.
I think he tried. You can find me in same Ramble places you can find Eddie and Cody. I'm also streaming Kick and Twitch at Retro Rocha, or just my name on YouTube every weeknight if I don't have a show. So there we go. Thank you for tuning in. We love you all. Stay safe out there. Subscribe, 5-star rating, positive text review. All tell your friends, all that good shit. We love you all.
Do it.
Take care, everybody.